Hey there, my name's Chad Sakac. I'm part of the VMware Tanzu team, and we get to do something really cool every single day here. We help our enterprise customers catalyze their transformation through software. We're helping them build modern applications and modern infrastructure for developers. Now, why are they doing that? They're doing it for three reasons. Number one, they're building whole new business models that change the way that they interact with their customers. That's something we have individual consumer experience with. Every time we use a mobile app to interact with our vehicle, to get from point A to point B, to experience retail in a different way, to process our healthcare experiences in a different way. Those are all examples that are the first driver. New revenue streams, new businesses, new ways of having intimacy with your customer. The second reason is that they're discovering that having a secure software supply chain, building security into the applications that they create, are fundamentally the main ways that they can increase the security of their enterprise. You've got to have a deep intrinsic security approach, but it starts with the application itself. The third reason is that they want to tap in and leverage all the innovation and all the opportunity that cloud represents. Now, clouds exist everywhere. They exist at the edge, inside your data center, they exist in the hyperscale clouds, and customers want to have the choice of being able to run their workloads everywhere, but being able to tap into that innovation starts by building modern applications in a new way. Now, when we talk to our customers around the globe, they tell us that this is their number one priority. CIOs say 78% of them say this is what I want to do more than anything else. And yet, half of them made no progress on this goal last year. Now, the reasons for this are almost also universal. They're confused. They can't figure out what direction is up with so many voices, so many things occurring in the industry, and it's very dynamic, which is a nice way of saying it's chaotic and frothy. The second reason is they struggle with scaling their IT operations and scaling with efficiency. That doesn't just mean in their data center, it also means how do I scale inside the public cloud as well as on premises. And they're dealing with legacy processes and systems and ticketing models. They struggle with that even if the devs start to get going. And then the third reason is that they're doing what all enterprises struggle with. After all, these are not startup unicorns. How do I do this with my existing legacy applications and infrastructure that I have to support while I do something new? Now, what we found is that there's a common answer. And the answer is that this problem has to be attacked from two directions, from the application down and from the infrastructure up. How do you build modern applications, delight developers, and increase the developer velocity, the innovation velocity? What's your path to prod? And from the infra up, how do you build modern platforms built on Kubernetes that are multi-cloud, can scale and delight your developers, and can be operated where you want with simplicity and with scale? Now, every customer is a little bit different. Sometimes they start this way, sometimes they start this way, but invariably there's the yin and yang of doing them together. And ultimately, that's where we think VMware and VMware Tanzu is really uniquely positioned to help our customers solve both of those problems for a couple of reasons that I think are kind of cool. One, we're proven in the enterprise. We've been working with our enterprise customers around the globe. We have more than 500,000 customers. The majority of the Fortune 500 customers that you are using their software every single day, we've co-developed with them. One, proven. Two, we are open. We're actually the leaders in a whole slew of open source initiatives. Something that you may not think about when you think about us as a brand or a company, but we're one of the leading contributors to Kubernetes, as well as other projects like Istio, Envoy, Knative that surround it. The bulk of the originators of the Kubernetes efforts are VMware employees and leading the charge here inside the company. When it comes to development frameworks that developers love to use every single day, the dominant one inside the enterprise is Spring and also .NET. We're the primary contributors to Spring. 1.5 million projects initiated every month. It's amazing to see that innovation occur. And then when it comes to .NET, when Microsoft wanted to bring cloud native patterns to .NET, we partnered with them and we worked on a joint open source project called Steel Toe. Too many examples to state, but the second reason is that we're open. The third reason is that we have built into our bones, our DNA, something that we're opinionated about. We don't think that there's one particular way that our enterprise customers want to work, one place, one cloud. We believe in consistent operations. So consistent operations would be the third item. We think that they want to have consistent platforms that they run on, same way, regardless of where it runs. Consistent dev experience, regardless of where it runs, because they're going to run everywhere. Edge, data center, hyperscale cloud. And then the fourth reason is because we are a safe harbor. Over the next 4 years, 60% of all of the startups inside the cloud native ecosystem, the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, are likely to either disappear or be acquired. We will be a consolidator because we're here to stay for the long term. Proven, open, consistent, safe harbor. Now, the question for you is, which one of these two things is the place to start? Does it sound more important to you, hey, I've got an application I need to build, I need to modernize, I need to improve my developer experience, my path to prod? Or I need to build a consistent platform built around Kubernetes that runs on the cloud of my choice. Where should we begin the dialogue with you?